I've always had an absolute passion for people with dementia because, as you all probably know, they give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So, if you want the truth from someone, you go and ask a person with dementia. And I always knew that my career was going to be in dementia care, but I always become very frustrated with the clinical approach to people with dementia, and it used to frustrate me, and I used to get very upset with the amount of paperwork that used to go around the person with dementia and their adverse behaviours and their naughtiness, which couldn't be explained. So I completed a lot of courses in dementia practice, and they were all very clinical until I came across the Spark of Life. And I finally saw something that was positive and practical and easy. So then I grasped it with both hands. And this was about 6 years ago when I actually met Hilary and Jane. Just through, I think I saw an ad in the paper and I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to actually go and have a look at this and we'll see what it actually holds. And I just fell in love with it straight away. So from there I did the one-day course, and then I funded my own 3-day course. And then from there I just put it out there that I was going to do the Master Practitioner's course at some stage, and that's where I left it because I knew that I wouldn't be able to fully afford the funding to do it myself. So I just kept plodding along, and with the hints and tips that I'd learned in the 3-day course and the 1-day course, I just kept giving out what I'd learnt, and it was successful in a small kind of way, but I knew I had to be a Master Practitioner, so that's what I kept doing. I then heard of the scholarship that the Dementia Foundation for the Spark of Life was offering, and that I might actually fulfil my dream of sharing the Spark of Life with others if I could actually become one of the participants in the scholarship. So I applied, and again I put it out there, and I waited, and I actually won a scholarship to actually do the Master Practitioner. So here I am, and after 3 amazing weeks of learning from Hilary and Jane, and of course the other Master Practitioners who also had a lot to share, I had my dream of giving families and people with dementia and their carers a positive approach to dementia care. So from the scholarship, it's enabled me to train my staff to have the confidence of thinking outside of the square and really getting to know the person with dementia that they care for, and to promote person-centred care and approach instead of such a clinical approach, and mainly to focus on the joy of just being the person with dementia more than getting the tasks done. And that's really important because so many things happen when you're just being in this moment and allowing the person with dementia time to express what they need to express. With families, I've had some beautiful letters from a couple of our clients' spouses about how wonderful it is for them to be receiving the support from a Master Practitioner, because we understand what it's like to be in their shoes and how it's sometimes frustrating and sometimes how hilarious things can be that other people don't see the funny side of. So it's just all about having and maintaining that sense of humour, and for treating their loved ones with compassion and empathy, and giving the families peace of mind of knowing that if they're doing everything with love in their hearts, they are truly doing nothing wrong. So what we can learn from this is that from funding and educating one Master Practitioner in Spark of Life, you can actually share the knowledge with many, many, many people, and really enjoy how we care and love people with dementia. So thank you. Really briefly about our Dementia Foundation. Just you obviously know we have a foundation, and it does support education in Spark of Life. The reason we've set up a Dementia Foundation for Spark of Life is because Dementia Care Australia and all the work of Spark of Life is basically self-funded. So to actually get this work out, to actually get this approach out and really happening, so more people can benefit,
we set up the Dementia Foundation for Spark of Life, and that could actually receive donations. It's actually a health promotion charity, so it's got its tax deductible status when people make donations, and people can donate towards helping people receive a scholarship towards Spark of Life. Some of the people here have received scholarships that's actually enabled them to do the master course. So it really makes a profound difference to actually keep the education happening. So just to let you all know that it exists, and maybe to tell people about it that you might meet, we just love you to sort of be like a catalyst to share about this approach and to share what it can do. And we've got a roving eye for sponsors. If anyone knows anyone in your sphere of influence who could be potential sponsors towards the work of Spark of Life, that would be very exciting. So we'd love to hear from you if you know anyone who could do that as well. That might be it from me, I think.